bird on a tree. I'm just sitting here, I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together, it's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free.
Alright, so I've got cancer. A lot of people do. I guess it's a death sentence. There's no cure for it. But there's lots that I can do to prolong the inevitable and have quality of life. When I first got sick, I couldn't eat anything. Came home from the stem cell transplant, I was sick, so sick. My wife just stopped doing everything. She would fix me smoothies with vegetables and fruit. She did this stuff for me every morning. I'd eat those smoothies, man. I'd drink them. They would taste so good, and they would have ice in them, all crushed up. And saved my life. You'll hear me say that a lot. Saved my life. My wife sure did. She took care of me. Over and over. Month after month. This lake, it's said to have been created by the tears of a Native American woman. There's beauty in our imperfections. My wife's heart is broken, still is. She loves me. She knows my son loves me. Cancer takes me. Of course, she could survive without me. She doesn't want to. She doesn't want my son to have to. So we're going to make the best of every day. We're going to move forward. And I'm going to do whatever the doctors say. I am, well, be 54 in just a few days. My son is 10. One of these videos is going to be about his birth. The procedure left him with a disability and he needs me. He's strong. He's just incredibly positive and happy. And he fights with his disability and he wins, and he pushes forward and he wins. And he has been my hero through this. I have watched him and been encouraged and strengthened and motivated by him. And if it wasn't for him, if it wasn't for my wife, I wouldn't be handling this as well as I am. And I'm handling it pretty doggone good. I had previously had two of my floating ribs broken. Pelvic in the rear, like where the belt line is, had a lot of damage. The damage deteriorated around the sciatic nerve, which led to variable pain. 3 herniated discs. I had lesions and fractures, absolutely all of them. Severed. And then with the stem cell transplant, no bone marrow. It was rough. And then December 2020, my stem cell transplant was in June. December 2020, I had COVID. And I kept it for over 2 weeks. Previous video, I said my oncologist gave me Tylenol, or told me over the phone. Well, better yet, told his people to tell me over the phone to take Tylenol, 1,000 milligrams every 4 hours. Try to control the fever. That's what I did. It was rough. I came very close to dying. Again. It's like my new way to face New Year's, you know. Yeah. Healing from stem cell transplant is different for different people. My results were all good, real good. In a year, I had all my bone marrow back. Which is now. In that year, my wife and my son, they got COVID at the same time I did. We were all sick. My son, not so much. My wife was sick at the dog, but not quite like I was because of other issues that I've already shared. My son, he was just tired. He got over it first, I think, and my wife got over it. And just recently, they both got COVID again. My wife, is tired. Non-stop taking care of her son, taking care of her husband. She don't really get a break. Caretakers are just as sick as we are. When someone they love gets cancer, it's a diagnosis for them too. That's all there is to it. But anyway, I found that the best way to deal with my cancer is to find peace and protect it at all costs, but don't become someone that people have to feel like they're stepping on eggshells around. So, it's a balance in there. Admit you're negative, focus, bring up 2 positives for every negative you have to admit. Keep on moving forward. I got my views on COVID, and this isn't one of those discussions, debates, where people can start pushing vax or pushing non-vax. Whatever your take on it may be, that's cool. That's you. That's you. But that's not what this video is about. Not for me anyway. I got it. I survived it. I survived it with cancer, compromised immune system, My second diagnosis with the COVID was double pneumonia. I was in a bad way. So here I am, sitting out here, admiring the beauty of the lake created by the tears of a Native American woman. This is Vogel Park. Vogel. I take care of myself as best I can. And there's been a lot of people taking care of me. 6 weeks I missed. Nope. The 4 weeks I missed due to stem cell transplant. Before going back to work, we had local people who put together a GoFundMe page, and they raised an awful lot of money, helped us with our bills. They brought food to our house. They brought napkins, toilet paper. They just were like, they gave us love, and they took care of us. And we survived something that was pretty ugly because of people. All I know is I never knew I could bear that much pain. Before my diagnosis, I would walk around. I couldn't sit, I couldn't lay down. I would stand at my desk at work. I do my work. I'd try to lay down on my bed. I'd be up. I would just fall asleep out of exhaustion. 10 minutes later, I'd be up, standing up because the pain would wake me up. I'd go sit on the sofa in a fetal position and roll off of my left side because that's where the sciatic was and that's where all my pain was. And I could stand it for like 10 minutes, and then I'd just walk around the house in the dark and try not to wake up my family. I'd go in the bedroom. My wife, I asked her, sleep with our son so she could get some sleep because I wasn't sleeping. I was burying my face in the mattress, on my knees with my face in the mattress, pretty much screaming. And that's the way I dealt with it. I think the worst part I get emotional thinking about it right now. I still have difficulty looking at my son. I feel so much guilt. Like I got this dirty secret. I'm going to abandon it. He's not going to know where I went. Or why I left. I was gone for my transplant. When my wife brought him to Atlanta to pick me up and take me to the hotel. You have to stay nearby. Within 30 miles, or like 2 weeks until your numbers get up to where they feel comfortable to let you go home. And I'll throw this in there. Then 2 days, my numbers were where they let you go home. So in 2 days, I was allowed to go home. I wasn't supposed to go to work. That wasn't the deal. I was supposed to stay out for 3 months. But I decided to go to work. I needed a cane. I couldn't hardly stand, but hey man, I was doing all right. But I remember my son, when he saw me after that 2-week period, he just came down the steps and he just was like, Daddy, Daddy, Daddy. In the beginning, I couldn't look at it without just breaking down. I found myself in a similar way for my wife. But for a child, it's different. With a child with an injury, you know, he needs both of his parents. I just feel so much guilt. My heart breaks. That's been the hardest part. I'm a spiritual man, and I know my afterlife's taken care of. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about my son, wondering where his dad is going. So I'm determined to live through COVID, through cancer, through hell or high water. I'm determined to live. If I gotta pump my body full of chemo for the rest of my days and feel like crap every day because of it, so be it. Whatever. I don't live for me anymore. I live for my son and I live for my wife. I do not live for me anymore. I found value in my life when I got this diagnosis, and it surprised me. That value did not lie within me, but within others. I ain't saying I don't have value. Just the opposite. My son and my wife need me. Maybe next time I'll talk to y'all about my son's injury at birth. I feel like I need to give you a good introduction to him first, though, because he is absolutely incredible.